It was announced as a match for brand supremacy, with a great incentive in mind for the superstar that takes away that brand supremacy that all three brands are calling for. And I just want to give a tale of the tape for these three men. It is a hoss fight to say the very least, as three Goliaths will clash in the ring with the opportunity for a championship match on their respective brand. So let's give it a look. Representing Monday Night Raw is from Wichita Falls, Texas. Standing at 6'2" and 340 pounds, it is the limitless one, Keith Lee. Keith Lee has been exceptional since his debut the Raw before his supposed debut at the Royal Rumble, and defeating AJ Styles in his debut and cementing himself as the next top star. Keith Lee would then enter the Royal Rumble where, for a moment of time, he would share the ring with both of his opponents, as Lee would last 28 minutes and also last at number 1 in the Royal Rumble, and was eliminated by the eventual Royal Rumble winner, Finn Balor. After this, Keith Lee would compete in back-to-back matches every week, defeating the likes of Cesaro, and a huge respectful and athletic competition with Ricochet. The next week is when Raw Secretary Maxwell Jacob Friedman would announce the triple threat match, and everyone wanted to be the man to compete. Next week, Keith Lee would tell Ricochet that they have a rematch, but the difference is that the winner would be entered into the Money in the Bank ladder match. After a huge upset from Ricochet, Keith Lee would storm to the back, where he was stopped by Raw General Manager Drake Maverick, where Keith Lee got the news that he had been chosen to represent Raw. And after that, Keith Lee would ask for a match every week to prove his skill. Keith Lee would defeat Shinsuke Nakamura and Matt Riddles in the weeks to come, and ultimately, on the most recent episode of Raw, would defeat Pac, going into WrestleMania as his WWE career has gone 6-1, and we could see Keith Lee as the favorite for this match. Representing ECW is from Vienna, Austria, standing at 6'4" and 297 pounds. You have the ring general, Walter. A man who has struck controversy and sophistication to ECW since he debuted attacking Sami Zayn at Guilty as Charged, ultimately creating one of ECW's most personal rivalries to date. Walter would make his in-ring debut in an ECW Championship Contender match. Walter would defeat Chad Gable in a dominating effort, putting Gable to sleep with a sleeper hold, but not before being attacked by Sami Zayn. And during that time, Walter would enter number 3 in the Royal Rumble, and his time would be short-lived as the aforementioned Sami Zayn would enter number 4 and eliminate himself and Walter. Walter would then compete in a ladder match to determine the next challenger for Apollo Crews' ECW Championship at Living Dangerously. Walter would then lose this match after a interference from Sami Zayn once again, costing Walter his opportunity at the gold. Eventually, Walter would step back into the ring against Shane Thorne, a match that he would win via referee stoppage, and the future ECW TV champion was laid out in the middle of the ring. Living Dangerously arrived, and Walter was unsuccessful in his Hardcore Rules matchup against Sami Zayn, which main evented the show. Walter has not competed since his loss at Living Dangerously and only comes at 2-2 in his WWE singles career, both of those losses at the hands of Sami Zayn. Will the Ring General pick up the Golden Star and proclaim himself back on the top of the mountain? And our final competitor, representing SmackDown from Worcester, Massachusetts, standing at 6'7" and 270 pounds. Dominik Dijakovic has been a very proactive man on SmackDown since making his debut at the Royal Rumble, entering number 5. He would stand face to face with Keith Lee. He would also last it for almost 17 minutes in the Rumble before he was eliminated by Tyler Breeze. But this just enraged Dijakovic, attacking Tyler Breeze, an illegal competitor, and giving Tyler Breeze the Dija driver on the outside. SmackDown would then acquire Dominik Dijakovic as a full-time superstar, and his first matchup on SmackDown would be conveniently against Tyler Breeze, where he would be successful in his debut, but not before being stared down by the unnerving and dangerous Dexter Lumis. Dijakovic would attack Lumis, and Lumis would retaliate, and security would be in pursuit, but that wouldn't be enough to put down this dangerous man. Dominik Dijakovic would then get involved with Tyler Breeze over the coming weeks, and this was when this match was made for No Way Out, which guaranteed a United States Championship match at WrestleMania. We cut to No Way Out, where Lumis and Dijakovic were already brawling during the main opening of the show. The conclusion of the match was Tyler Breeze winning with a Hurricane Rana, pinning Dijakovic. And after Dominik Dijakovic defeated Daniel Bryan, Dijakovic then got an opportunity, a match made against Jon Moxley, where the winner would be representing SmackDown in this triple threat match. Ultimately, Dominik Dijakovic would pick up that victory against Jon Moxley and etched his spot into the WrestleMania card. And after this, he suffered a loss at the hands of the current United States Champion Drew Gulak and simply refused to wrestle until WrestleMania, canceling his planned match with Dexter Lumis on the most recent Smackdown. Dominik Dijakovic stands 3-2 in his WWE singles career, and he looks to take the second opportunity that he was given, and is ready to have the fans feast their eyes on his performance.